Hey YouTube, I'm back. This is start the project of my new racer that I am attempting to build, but I need to do some things beforehand to make sure I have the best reception on my goggles. As everybody knows that visits my channel, I have the Fatsharks Dominator 3. These right here. With the Fatsharks Dominators, you get some okay reception out of them with the standard antennas, but I chose to go with diversity to get better range and better video while I'm flying. So here we go. Now this is going to be something I'm going to test and retest and show multiple things on the channel, so please bear with me. But with the Fatsharks Dominators, you can install, and I went with the Furious Diversity, and I also went with the SpiroNet Diversity Bundle, which gives you the flat and the circular polarized antenna. So this is how it came. I ordered this directly from Banggood, and I got it within a reasonable amount of time, so it was in stock. Everybody's happy. So when I unboxed this, I didn't really unbox it, but I just taken it out of the packaging that it's shipped with, and this is how it comes. And this in the Furious, we'll take a look at this first. We'll push that off the camera. This is what you get. A nice little case and some nice instructions here and what the instructional manual should be, which is pretty straightforward. I kind of looked over it earlier. All you do is plug the diversity in. There's not a whole lot to it, so we're going to do that. And I'm hoping I got the one. Yes, I did, with the face shield, which means a lot to me because I want my Fatsharks to look correct whenever I'm using it. So here's the Furious. EEPROMs on the other side, programmable, and you get 3 buttons here, of course, and this is the antenna ports. So I'll get this installed into my Fatsharks, and I'll figure out a way of showing you what's on the screen in the Fatsharks while I go through the screen on the outside of this. This has a lot of information. Also with the bundle I bought, and I'll try to remember to link what I bought in the description below, but you get these antenna mounts here that can go here to redirect your antennas in the way you want. Okay, get 2 of those, so I really like that. Alright, so that's one little thing. Now here's the coup de grace, as they say. In any FPV flight, I'm finding out more and more that you really need good antennas. I've flown a little bit the racer from the UAV Futures build, and if I go behind like trees or I might go behind some foliage, I lose reception, and it's hard for me to tell orientation, especially when you're flying at the speeds that I've been flying. So I'm getting better, not nowhere near pro or anything like that. I envy those guys that can fly and do all those things, but even with UAV Futures, he can fly really well. I'm like 25% of that, I guess. So we're getting there slowly but surely with his build, actually, and it flies really well. In this box, you'll get a nice little card here for support and a little advertising, I'm sure. I can show that here, which is pretty cool. You get some nice little stickers here. Not much on the stickers, but hey, any little gift helps. So, you know, hey, I'm good with it. All right, now for the coup de grace. You get some antenna mounts, which I like, but we already have some from the Furious, so that's cool. And you get the flat panel right here, which to me is excellent. You can mount this and point it in the direction of your flying. And when I'm told that as long as you fly in the direction of this, it gives you really good reception for I don't know how many feet, but we're gonna see. We're gonna do some range testing. This is compatible, I don't know if I can show that through the thing, 8 dBi, 5.8 gigahertz. So really, really, really cool. Here's my other with the polarized circular antenna, and it's made for Fatshark. So as you can see where it says Fatshark, blah blah blah. I went with this because they say this gives you very good reception. So that's one reason I went with it. Nothing else is in the box, so we'll be able to use our antenna mounts and all that as we put it on there. Gonna do some comparisons from the stock, what you get with the Fatshark. There's not diversity and all that, so we'll go over that. And there's some other menu options in this that I'm gonna go over also to make it easier for the common person like myself. Remember and know how to choose what's channel, what frequency, what band, all that stuff. It's all set up in here. So we'll go over it, and I'll also give you some tips and tricks on what's best for it. And then after this video, I'm gonna start doing the build. It's gonna be close to the UAV Futures build, but it's gonna be with my flavor. What I think will really make that build better, not as much as handling, but better as in ease of flight and speed and different motors, different casing, flight controller maybe. Just depends on what I think is going to be best and what's cost effective. So no further ado, I'm going to put all this stuff back in here for now and get it mounted and set up on my Fatsharks and play around with it a little bit and give you an overview. So see you in a few minutes. Okay, YouTube, here we go. I have them mounted, and this is it looks like this is the correct way to mount with the antennas on top, the spiral antenna on top, with this showing to be straight upward. Couldn't get this really straight like I wanted to, but it's mounted, and this is the directional of the pad antenna. So I'm going that direction. If you're flying ahead of you, let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. Show you. If you're flying ahead of you, this antenna should be pointed toward that area. This gets the area around you, and it will switch between the two for best reception. That's what diversity is. But I just wanted to show how this is mounted, or it's connected. And you can turn, like I'm doing now, the antenna to point more of a directional that you want. This whole thing does swivel. So next I'm going to show some menu options. I'm going to figure out how to get the camera really close to show that. But I want to give a shout out to Joshua Birdwell. He goes over this particular module very, very well. He's going to hit on some points that's even deeper than what the common person would know that just wants to fly and have good reception, and that is me. So in a few moments, once I kind of go over and make sure that all the menu options are there, we're going to show some type of way how it looks on camera. Maybe I can get in a little bit closer to it and show you guys how the Furious looks. But to me, I've tested it out a little bit, and I love how it does switch and give me some good reception. I'm gonna power my Fatsharks up for a moment to show you how it comes on, and it does show it powered up, and it looks really cool. Now, I can care less about the looks. I just want functionality. So this has a lot of good stuff in it that allows you to save channels and it also has some options in here for ease of use. See, in the old, and the one that I have with my original Fatshark, this next wave, you had to go and search for the channel yourself. This automatically finds that channel for you and locks in for it. So if you are flying on a certain channel and it's the strongest in your area, boom, you have no problem finding it or having to flip up and down buttons to choose channels. So it saves a lot of time. And you know me, I'm all about efficiency when you go flying, because you don't want to waste battery power trying to figure out, you know, what channel am I on, where am I pointed, and all this other crap. I just want to get in there and fly and have fun. So in a few moments, we're going to go over all the menu options once I have this kind of set up in a way I can film it correctly. Okay, YouTube, I think I got it set up where without the antennas on, I can show some menu options. Now, to make it simple, you can scroll through the different settings here by going up and down, R2, R8, whatever, because you get 3 buttons here. So as you see, you can scroll through those, and I think those are presets, but I'm gonna have to go back and look and make sure. So, but my main thing I want to show you is the middle button takes you to the main menu, as you can see there. And with the main menu, see if I can get that a little closer, you can go up and down with that also. You get all channels, save channels. I'm just going back and forth to show you can go back and forth. You get smart search, which is really neat. It goes out there and finds the best channel and signal that you're broadcasting on. So I'll show that in a little bit when I put the antennas on with my little teeny whoops. It went off. See, it times out if you wait too long. So you get all channels, smart search, band scanner, which if you go into it, it will give you a graphical representation of what's on each band and all that good stuff, which is pretty cool. Hit the button again, it'll get you back out. So we'll go back to where we were. Smart search, band scanner, and then settings. And under settings, you get a whole bunch of different little things that will allow you to turn on the lock and the DB, Furious, the call sign. You can change that nice stuff you want to. The speed of the switching of the that's what that refers to, the speed of the diversity working. I keep it at normal myself because I want to be able to conserve battery power, because this is fed by your Fatshark battery. So you want to not overload or overdo your Fatshark batteries also, so you have some good flight time with your stuff. So as you can see, all the little options there are pretty much so self-explanatory, and this one shows all the channels and what's on each channel. So I've kind of played around with it a little bit already. So you'll see a whole bunch of little just odds that I played around with, but you get a better representation once I have something on that channel to show you, and I'll do that here in a few moments. But a lot of the options are better explained within the manual, and Joshua Birdwell does an excellent job on getting in depth with it. I think he gets in depth to the point where it's not really relevant if you're just trying to fly. The main thing you're going to use is to go and scan for the correct channel. So I've done that already, and it picks it up, locks in, and you're ready to go. Now, if you have multiple people around you, you might have to find your particular one and know what channel you're on, but you should know that if you've been flying, okay? Or you know which one your particular quadcopter or plane is. So you'll be able to see all that good stuff, all right? And I really like that. So I'll show you something that it will automatically pick up. I may have to put the antennas on for that, which may block the view a little bit, but we're going to see what we can see. I just plugged in one of my little teeny whoops, and you can see it's already found something that's best, and it's telling you all the information that's on there, which gives you the band and everything else. Now, what I really like about this, you hit the middle button again, it takes you back out, and you hit exit, and now you see it's on that particular one. It's showing you some data there. The TV was really close to this, so I didn't have to put the antennas on, but it will be switching between the diversity. So I really like that. You don't have to go and search for channels, anything like that. It'll automatically pick it up and allow you to say, hey, that's my quadcopter. So even if you have issues with it, you can change it manually to the one that you want, but you have to rescan and try to find yours again, which is, if you got it close enough to your Fatsharks, you have nothing to worry about. It'll pick up the strongest signal. So, and also you can save those channels. I saved one channel, just playing around with it, and that's it right there. So I really just goofing around with that. But here's even the band scanner. So that's what we were looking at a second ago. If you look real close there, it'll tell you what it is there and what's the best. So it's searching that range of frequencies and stuff to give you that information. So this is a godsend when you're trying to quickly get in the air and not have to fuddle around with trying to find what's the best image and all that. So in a little bit, I'm going to charge some batteries and kind of give it a field test. But just to show you, if I can pull this off without making a mess here, I had to kind of rig this up so you can see. But I can show you in the Fatsharks, I have an image, if I can show it. And that image is of this right here. Pretty cool. So I'm gonna turn this off because I don't want to run it too long without the antennas on to dissipate heat. Just remember that keep your antennas on your diversity. It helps dissipate the heat from the unit working. So in a little bit I'll show a little bit more about that, and we'll give her a test flight.